You good, team? We're so far away. Nice turn with ace jack. This guy ends up with ace king, ace queen. Fuck about. Be ace queen up. Oh, that's not good. Bet small on this flop. Ooh. She's gonna bet this turn as well. Get check raised. 8-7-9s perhaps. I'm gonna fold. I think people don't bluff enough here, and we're drawing dead to a to a queen pretty much. So we only got gut shots here, and drawing dead a lot. And we get back shoved on after calling a 3-bet and bottom left. We're just gonna fold. I just want to see what the guy had, and we're just gonna fold. Weird spot. Get donked into with the tens. And then after a small bet flop, and he checks back. Just go back. Really small. And he folds. Get check raise the queens. Just gonna call. Just gonna call turn. On river, he's got some flushes here. We're just obviously gonna check back now. Turns up with king jack. Oh my god. I'm calling that, raising that, checking that. Calling jack on the flop. Gonna call turn with the double monotone. Double flush draw. And checking back. Nice. Get 4-bet massive here, just gonna fold. Moving a hand holding. Just gonna 3-bet this guy small to ISO him. Who you are? We 3-bet here, get cold called. Gonna bet flop small. Good check. I don't mind doing either. I prefer trying to deny this guy's equity by betting. Fold out those those ace queen hands. And ISO the fish. Just gonna check turn. Just a spot when he cold calls, you'd think queens might call a bit wider with the fish. Does he cold call king queen? I don't know. Queens, fair enough. I'd be 4-betting that, but think we played that one fine. Didn't lose that much money.
You're annoying me.
No. Just gonna check this 4-7. We beat King 8. You're just gonna stab really wide versus checks. Close with a 10-8. Just gonna fold when he's short. Just calling her A7 just a fold, I think. All through the late night. Just gonna fold ace queen versus an 83 batter. Betting and checking this sometimes, checking it this time. 3 betting ace 5. And now betting ace 10 on turns. That's a close one. Versus check. I think we can check this down. It could also be a good bluff, the ace king. Yeah, we just called a 3 bet. People don't have good checking ranges, but I feel like we can check this down a lot. Can even bluff this to fold out 9s, 8x, but I'm fine with just checking down. I'm just gonna fold to a bet. Got better hands to call down. And I don't think they're bluffing for that size that often. We squeezed ace 10. I'm gonna just bet range with our flop. I think his range is gonna be really wide when he cold calls there. We get the fold, which is nice. Just call it an ace 8 twice. Pretty horrible river for us. Not gonna beat his value or his bluffs really. Except maybe 10 9. Maybe 10 9. So just quite an easy fold. Oh, yeah, just limp with the 2-7 here. Pretty. Yeah, nice, mate. Nice. Or just flop a straight, even though it's impossible. King Queen, gonna 3 bet sometimes. This is one of those times. And 2s on the 6-8, just gonna call. We 4 bet. The King Queen here. Just gonna bet about a third on the flop. Or we're also in the 2s, we're checking back. So we've got gold on the flop. Checking back the turn. Checking back, sorry. Yeah, not very good spot for our range. And we just folded the 2s on a poor run up. Well, when I do a fair amount of checking, we lose to. Well, they're not gonna have kings or jacks. Queens or jacks, sorry. But we lose to ace queen, we lose to queen jack, then we lose to king 10. So when I do a fair amount of checking. Similarly, we're gonna check back turn as well. I check back river, sorry. Losing to ace queen, which they might check back. And we beat 8-8. Nice. I 3 bet the queens, just gonna see bet flop. Fold an ace 4 versus short stack. Yeah, fold. Just gonna squeeze in with a 3-3. No luck on the flop though, and this guy just pots flop. Obviously get it out of the way. Oh, stop now. Stop. Gonna three bet jack temp. And we get flattered by a fish. Just gonna bet we're a little bit deeper, so I'm gonna use a slightly bigger sizing on this flop. And on this turn, we are gonna bet a range of the flop, so we're gonna have some ace king that we want to bet turn. We can also fold out sixes, two twos, and the king queen that you might float with, or queen jack, or 6-5 maybe. So yeah. And we've got decent equity. You can beat a 9. We block his jacks, 10s, ace jack, partly, but that's not a major consideration. Got a 3 bet in table 2. When he checks turn, I think often we're quite good. However, might have queen jack there, aces, and I don't think we've got much value to get, so just gonna check back and call / bet rivers. Just protect our checking range as well. We're only gonna have ace 10 as well there, and we just snap call here. Probably gonna be ace 10. No, queen 9. Interesting that he doesn't bet turn there. Maybe looking to check shove. Be bold on that turn though. With me having ace, queen, queens, jacks. Fun ace 9 versus 4 rats. And just gonna call the ace jack on this flop. Small betting range on the ace x here. And then just going crazy versus jacks. Bet people to overfold. River, gonna go again, try to fold out that jack x, the 10x, sorry. Equals a6, fair enough. And in the bottom left, we beat ace 10 going for a bluff. Stealing a 8-5 versus a magnet. Bet 33 in table 3. The guy led turn. I'm just gonna call river. If he has 2 power, yeah, fair enough. Gonna check raise wide on this flop and attack turns like crazy. We 3 bet the jack 2. Big blind versus small blind. And he calls flop, no equity. I'm just gonna, and against a fish, we just want to check here. On this river, I'm gonna bluff. I think again to fold 9s to 2s. Just gonna buff quickly to try get him to fold them easier, even 10x maybe. But he'll perceive our range as a lot of ace king. We get range obviously folding. Probably had ace jack, king queen maybe. But we're gonna be perceived to have a lot of ace king there by fish and by regs as well. So it's quite a good spot to flop to bluff. Queen jack just gonna call, queen 9, sorry. When we get a cold caller. And just check it back. Just gonna fold. When we face that much action, we're probably beaten and don't have great back doors. Kings. This guy could have anything, maybe ace queen. Don't do it. So we would have lost this guy. Debatable bet with the 10-10s on the flop. No. No. Call in the 4-5 suited versus 3 bet with flop 2 bet. That'll be pretty comfortable check raise. Got to do a lot of check raise in small blind versus big blind. 3 bet pots. And when he checks back flop, range really weak, so we can go really big size in. I'm gonna bluff a lot versus checks here, so I don't expect to get much action with value, but checking a lot here. I'm gonna fold without spade. I'm gonna fold the ace 5 versus 5x. I'm gonna cold call the 6-8 and cold call the 10-9. Don't think squeezings are going to be super profitable here because we get flattened by a lot of players. And we flop 2 pair, the 10-9. Start off betting, obviously. Sure, I should be checking a lot here, but I doubt they are. Again, versus checks, I don't think we're going to get much action. Fold, as I said. They know, they know, they know. Not much incentive to bluff there. And just fold and turn. King 10, we're just going to fold. Gonna 3-bet the 6-7. And we flop a set in table 1. Very nice. I'm gonna bet big versus small blind flat. And get raised. Since I'm in raised, I'm gonna 3-bet. Fairly small. But I expect him to do that fairly merging with Jack X. So I don't mind 3-bet. No, fold. That's unfortunate, but got a 3-bet here. Gonna call once on the flop. Check back turn. Check called flop here. Call and turn. Probably fold in river. Nice. We beat spades. probably. 7-8 suited. Alright. Interesting. Following the 6-6 chance. Might be a bit of margin to call that 6-6 on the flop. Checking range versus this nit who I stole wide against. Very wide, actually. And it's a nice dump. Three bet him. I still win the ace jack. And still on the king 7 versus a nit. Betting bigger flops. Nice flop the ace queen. The nice 9-8 suited, sorry. Just gonna bet small on flop. And versus raise. I don't think we're gonna have too much of a shoving range here. 9-8 isn't great as well because we're often dominated by king 10, ace 10, all his ace-x hands. So just gonna call. Obviously a nice turn, very nice turn for our range. I'm just gonna bet small. Could easily be getting trapped here. They might have king, queen, jack suited. And obviously when we have the straight flush, that's an unreal situation. Expect to get donked on a lot. Just gonna shove this in. Hopefully he just snap calls. And that is nasty. I think that was generally well played by him. I think check raise flop, check turn when ace king gets there. And Donkin River is probably good. It's disproportionately good for his range. So just unfortunate to add the straight flush. Obviously. A very nice spot for me though. Leave him, yeah. Seven three is close, gonna fold. And Queen 9 is close also. Very close. This might be a bit of a nitty fold, but the guy seemed a bit nitty. If he was a bit more wilder, then would have called. Gonna call here with 2 flush draws on the board. And the river's close. There's a lot of bluffs there. I think versus that size, and it's pretty comfortable call. Queen Jack, 8-7. King Queen, blah blah blah. All those missed flush draws. Okay. Checking range here. And squeeze in the ace tap. And probably would be a decent check raise. I'm actually going to check raise this with the gut shot. We need some non-spade combos to bluff with. Once we get called and 10 turn, I don't think it's worth barreling, really. I don't think this is a player who would sort of recognise my lack of bluffs on 4 monotone rivers, so I don't think it's a great spot to go crazy. It would only be full balance. I'm just going to fold it. In your ear. Folding the ace jack versus the fish. And jumping the pool. Not aggro enough. C bet at 9-9, third pot. Nice river with the queen 9. And we got the double kings. That's a lovely spot. Folds, unfortunately. Bet range with the... Oh, actually, no, I want to check a lot there. This deep. That's a bad bet. I'm pretty sure. And we rightly get punished for it. It's pretty close. I think this is quite low in my range. And plea versus under the gun with no spades, so I'm going to fold. Like 10-10 would be a better call there. We raise the ace king, check the flop, and bet the turn. Check the flop with the ace 7. Not a nice spot to get bet into this large sizing. Obviously call him. The 10 brings a lot of draws, so that's a better size. Obviously got 9s, 4s here. Probably not as... Doesn't have ace 9. Don't think he bets ace queen for this value, so a lot of the time it's going to be 9s, 4s, or his flush draws. And that river makes our decision quite easy here. All his bluffs sort of get queen x, and a lot of players check that back on the river. So pretty comfortable fold here. And it's low down on our range and all that jazz. Also king jack gets there, so more value and less bluffs. Mm, 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 mm. Checking the king 10 on the flop. Mm, mm, and 3 bet the 7-9. Yes, I am. Obviously, call in once I check. And checking range on the 7-5-4. Folding the king 10. I call this twice. Yeah. And we're bluffing the king 6 for obvious reasons. 3 bet in the 8-8. We beat 4-6 there. Got the kings in the bottom right. C bet in the 8-8 on the flop. Carrying on bluffing it. Bigger size and 4 bet in the kings. Against a fish, very nice spot. Oh, probably want to go a little bit low actually. Go 19. Actually, that might be a bit too low. Against pot bet, which is going to fold here. There's a guy who's called twice. I think a lot of people fold 8-8-9-9 on the turn. So I'm going to check a lot here on the river, I think. And also 10s gets there. So it's not a nice spot. We 4 bet the kings. And get led into. Just going to call. Let him do whatever he wants to do. And just get him. We get shoved on here. Fold him. Fold in the ace king here. I think the fact that we got shoved on in the king 6 hand shows that we're right to check. And that king hand was very nice. Ring bling. Ring bling. 5-5 seems close. Gonna call. Jack. Folding river. Checking the ace king. Exploitively check me raising the 8-9 here. People overfold the spot massively. Nice. Would have thought about this, but first unknown, I'll just fold. Mm-hmm. Ride with the mob, Alhamdulillah. Check you and me into your job. That is the name. Follow them in the chain. Got a stabs turn with a jack and jack's river. Can I overbet this turn? Going to do so. And probably check back river. Calling the 4-5 versus military bet. On to the mob, to Allah, check you and me. Betting versus jacks. And we get a fold. To Allah. Gonna 3-bet this sometimes, calling this time. Just checking it. Me. We're gonna raise here. We're gonna raise with some nines here, some 8-9 suited, some ace 9 suited. So gonna balance it with king 10 and versus a smaller size, and I think we get lots of folds. Also raising the 6-4 suited, quite a nice combo with a 3, so we get the 10-6, 10 king 10 3. Just gonna carry on barrel here. We pick up and open a straight door. Don't expect too many folds though. Just trying to fold out maybe some flush draws. There we fold out. Nice. Bluffs are working well today. Call here, call in the flop. And we have kings down the bottom right. Get called. Pen small. Get raised, just gonna call. Likeliness is he's bluffing, and even clubs aren't that bad for us. This offers a very nice turn, locks it up. And it's a bit of a scary. Just gonna check back here. Let him bluff, let him value bet. He's probably not with any value bets. Maybe checks some 5s. But let me spaz out. And if not, we can value bet river, just shove all in. Still have my missed flush draws that he might perceive that we do that with. I'm just going to shove once he checks. Once he bets, sorry. Very nice spot. Just tanking it down a little bit. Go on, call with 5s. Nice, yeah. Probably bluffing when I have king now. Gonna 3-bet the 6-8 sometimes, and this is one of those times. Queen 9, we're actually gonna check back here. I think can bet, but we also want some queens in our checker range. C bet the flop with the 8-6, and he folds. Lovely. And just calling the river. Actually, no, we might want to shove with the 6-6 there. Actually, or shove, but raise. I didn't see that 6 is paired. gonna check the ace queen up. Nice to have some flush draws in our check back range. Now bet and turn once he checks. Could stab the king 7, but I decided to check. I'm gonna call here, although 9 gets there. Checking back that one. Checking back the king jack. And checking this one. Check. Check. I'll have a lot of bad hands to call down over this one, so I'm gonna call the king jack once. This is a really close spot. We could be dead. It's not gonna likely to have any bluffs. So I think this is just gonna be a tight fold. Squeezing the king 10 suit. Go on, get through. Nice. Tough spot here. We could call and play it multi-way with the fish or 3-bet. I think we're cool. Keep the fish in. It's a nice flop. Guy donks. Tempted to raise here, actually. Don't think this guy has many aces. I think probably raises. So I'm gonna raise, try fold him out as well. I don't want it to go checks on turn, so if this guy calls, there is reason to be concerned. So we've check turn, but that's true. That's right. I'm gonna 3-bet the king 10 suit, king 9 suited versus a weaker player. Piano. Very nice flop. First is a check call, cold call. I think I'm just gonna bet. I have no idea what I've timed out there. It's gonna sign a range of sort of 10s, queen jack. No, not queen jack. Queens, jacks, ace queen, maybe 9s, maybe some ace jack. Pretty horrible turn. Don't expect this guy to have many flush draws, but jacks, maybe king queen gets down. Once it goes check check, we can be pretty confident we've got the best hand. Just gonna bet sort of 29 to give room for us to shove, for us to fold versus shoves. We've also got the nuts in the bottom right. Wait, hood. Okay. Just check raising versus fish. He folds. I don't know. Hold on. Folds. Queens maybe. I don't know. I'd never sort of understood the whole point of a call range here. Can raise this sometimes and use it as a bluff. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna call this time. Just gonna check back here. Got flush draws and whatever to bluff with. I'm just gonna check back, probably 7s, 8s, yeah. Can bluff there, but I think you might have enough 10 queen jack X to call. Gonna fold this because 8s at that SPR doesn't play that well. I'd call 9s. A little bit nitty, I guess. And gonna raise here versus the fish. we get this check through on the flop, so we're gonna bet. Gonna bet 2, trying to fold out 8s, maybe some 7x. Get some equity from 9x from this guy. Ideally we want this guy out of the pot, but he can have 9s, 10s plus, sorry, so we gotta be careful. Get it shoved on, just gonna fold here. Pretty easy. And nice river here with the jack turn. Guy snap calls. With the king 3. Seems a bit fishy. And you're gonna 3-bet obviously with the king, ace king. Limping in with the 7-6 and 10-4. It's close, so I'm just gonna make a slightly nitty fold, I guess. Alright, just gonna take a quick break. Three-bet nice jack suit. And the queens too. Increasing the size. One bit deeper. Make come 989. Interesting that. Oh, we get 4-bet with the queens. I don't think there's room to 5-bet now. So you have to call because that's a massive ass. With that 28, 42, 3x. That's massive. Gonna call. This is a bit of a 6 spot. So what I think it's got 12 combos here of ace to kings. Gonna tank this turn a little bit to scare him off a little bit if I got 10s, although it's only one size pot. It's got 12 combos of aces kings. I need to win 30% of the time. So I need to have let me just fold the rest hands. I need to have if I want to win 30% and he's got 12 combos, what's that, like 6? He needs 6 combos of bluffs. He's gonna have up to 16 combos of ace king. Are they gonna 4-bet pre? in snap shove term. Perhaps not. I think it's pretty close. I'm just gonna fold because I don't think it's a massively profitable spot. I don't think people are aggro enough here. So just gonna fold. So I need 6 combos of bluffs there basically for me to call. And I believe it's hard for him to get them, and it's pretty marginal. Like he might have 6 there, might have 5 sometimes. So sort of variance wise, it makes sense more to fold. Obviously highly exploitative, but I don't think people bluff enough there. Whereas the flop, I think they do. But that deep, the other thing is the sort of pre-flop sizing. Like a lot of people will not remember to size up with ace king there because they're not thrilled to get him. But with aces kings, they'll be like, oh yeah, they pump it up. So he went 3x, he went massive. So if you own me, fair enough. But I think in all likeliness, he had aces kings and didn't have a bluff. Anywhere near 30% of the time, probably like 10% or something, 15%. Just people that deep aren't that smart. Like his ace king always 3-bet as well, like 4-bet, sorry, maybe he wants to call this deep. Scared of getting 5-bet. So yeah, I'm fine with that. Number 4, yeah. Aces. Send, I'm thinking about it. Fold. Bitch. Bitch. Calling it. Lots of misdraws. 8-9, Jack-9, Jack-8, 8-6. If there's no bets closer, I think I'll defend a bit more of a regular range, so I will fold my ace-9 here. Ace-Jack plus might be a bit closer. Go back to about a half pot versus small blind flatten. Semi-nice term. Big donks, it's not so nice. Just gonna bet for the queen 10 for the smash shove. Oh, I meant to bet. Oh well. Versus 2x over, but I'm just gonna fold. It's not a great river to call down on as well, because a lot of his cut shots and straight draws pair up or get there. So I said the 10-8 is gonna see bet range here. Absolutely crushing that range. No, that I didn't know. Calling that ice cream. I'm doing that right now. Obviously calling the flop with the ace queen and the a7. I'm gonna call twice the a7. Bluffing rivers. People will fold lots in. Except these guys are fish who I didn't notice. Ace queen is super close versus the third pop out. I'm gonna fold. I don't think people. I don't know. I think that might actually be a call. First half pot you should be calling. No, third part you probably should be calling all your fat shots. Ace queen you got the overs as well, but I don't know. It's not gonna be a massive error. I know way too many. Just folding versus massive raise. What am I doing? Midlife. Always spot the king 10. Call him. Folding the 8-9. I fold the 3-3 is a bit close. Because of rate. Taking ages, this king 10 hand. This guy's. I don't know what he's doing. Not a bad flop. This guy's range is going to be pretty wide, I reckon. And this guy. 3-bet range, ace king off. Probably going to be a sort of cool twice spot. I think actually when he bets turn, he's going to have little bluffs. He doesn't have much equity here, so I'm actually going to fold. I don't think he's ever value bet worse. Because basically he's got jacks plus for value and maybe clubs for bluffs. And the clubs have high equity, they're hardly zero equity bluffs, so yeah, just fold there. Lagging a little bit. It's always good. Thanks for following, Will. How's your session going? Oh. You practically get free advertisement for like a for like a week on my follow screen. Gonna check AA here. Gonna use a sort of polar 33% strategy on the low ace exports. It was sort of nitty here, but I think people overfold river. So I'm just gonna check back the AA. 3-bet and the 9s versus the fish. Decent flop. Check and temp. I'm just gonna check down. Hopefully reach showdown versus 10s to 2s. Yep. Beat 10s, very nice. We 3-bet ace king, ace queen here, get cold called, and 3-bet, 4-bet, sorry. And check call flop here. And bet in the river. Get fold. Fold in the jack turn. So I just shoves flop. Probably rarely bluffing from this guy. This guy's a bit mad. And he folds. Probably hand that I have to check call twice with the a6. Obviously gonna check call twice with the diamond river. Go on, mate. Shove. Shove. There. What now? This man bets 8 on the turn, but not the flop. Interesting. Checking the jack 9. Call the 3-4 with the 3-bet. Nice turn with the jack 9. Gonna keep check calling. We lose to 3s, ace jack. And it's good to protect our strengths in our check range a little bit. Not the best river with king queen getting there and jack 10, but I think we still beat enough ace king, ace queen, those sort of hands. And this guy checked back to ace jack. That's a great result for us. The guy checked the flop. We stab turn. We're just gonna fold. Happy to fold a low flush draw there. 6-7 seems close. Gonna fold, but then when the guy's a bit shorter. Oh, that was an open. Calling Jack 10 versus 3 bet. And get nothing. And folding versus the pot bet. And stabbing the Queen 7 on the river, folding out 2s, 4s. It's quite a good spot for us. Calling twice with the Queen at Queen 9. Jensen reevaluating river. Calling once with the A6. Don't think people triple barrel enough here with bluffs, so happy to fold. A6, gonna call. Bet small on the. Just gonna check back with the 4 on the with the 4 straight river. Three bet the king queen, and I think I ISO'd here. Now betting flop. Just gonna check call this 6-4 suited once and check fold. C bet him. Really bet a big, slightly bigger size, and probably gonna lose a fair bit, but we win versus a probably massively passive guy. Yep, 8-9 suited. We bet the flop with 2s, get donked into turn. I'm gonna call once. C bet in the 7-8. I'm just gonna call here. It could be mergy, yeah. We've done that chest. C bet in that flop. Let me just write this down. Mergy. And checking that one. Let's just open this chest. I'm gonna find it really hard to find bluffs here, so we might actually want to bluff this sometimes. I mean, we're gonna have maybe some Jack 9, Queen 9, which are easy bluffs. And on this river, it's a similar sort of story. I think we can fold out. He has some ace queen here, king queen. Actually, I'm not gonna check back. I think he has a lot of queens here. Just speaking to myself. Should bluff. Maybe should bluff, but I don't really know. I don't think it's gonna be a massively profitable bluff. I don't think people are overfolding it. So and obviously just fold them. Wow, that was great. Prosperous. Nice. I think this glitched for me. I got 2 for some reason. Yeah, I think I got 1. Man. Sleep is the cousin of death. To your knock state of mind. I'm gonna check range on this slot when they have 2 sets. I'm gonna check raise some of our high equity draws and maybe a king jack with a heart, king queen with a heart. I'm sort of right. I think 7-8 is probably mostly a check call. And obviously just bet turn here. We get led into 3 bet pot. I'm just gonna call once on the flop. 10 and 8 is very nice. Obviously the board isn't the greatest for our range. It's a little bit scary when he donks twice. Obviously, he's got 10s, 9s, 7s. But we'll just be calling. Obviously, he's got Queen, Jack, King, Queen, those sort of hands. And versus that check, which is going to be a bit small. Trying to get some value. Fold into a shove. I see a funny line, but I think we've got value to get here. Or 2 checks. Can get shoved on a fair bit here. But you check calls. The queens. Nice. Then check back the 3s. Not a great term. Mike. I'm gonna check back that. Check back the jacks on here. Calling term. Probably calling river. I think we can bet this river. I don't think he's gonna bet and check many kings there. Like king 9, king 8. I don't think he has many of them in his range. 8, 7. Obviously, like. And obviously, nice value bet there. 3 is gonna call. Gonna do a lot of raising first that size. And I mean, this is obviously full of rubbish. I know. 3 bet on the Jack 10. He's just gonna stab here because he's obviously got a bluff. Checking the king 3. We've got showdown value though. C bet in this one. Bluffing this one with no showdown value. Checking the king 3. I mean, what is it? Like, I think this guy's got 8, so we'll just give that up. Let's go to a stable where we 3 bet. See bet the flop. Obviously, check call in turn. Skis is passive as. Oh, let's be swearing. It's gonna have a lot of bluffs here. Ace queen, ace jack, queen jack, queen 9, queen 9. I said that jack 9. One of the 2. There's that size. We're gonna have a lot of continues there. 6x. And he checks back. That's nice. River's a close decision there. Ace queen he bluffs with. Doesn't bluff river. I'd probably check back ace queen. Although versus the pool, I'd probably bet. Here we 3 bet the 9-4 suited pre. Get a nice flop. Just gonna bet small here. And unfortunately, we get a fold. And just gonna check down the ace queen on this board. We'll bet this sometimes, check this sometimes. Gonna bet this time on the flop. I'm gonna call the river versus ace queen. Actually lose. We get raised. Interesting spot. He's pretty much repping 3s, 2s. I'm gonna call once, and obviously that's a horrible run out. Just gonna check fold. And we win. Versus Queen 10. Raise. Oh my god, flop spazzy. Three about the jacks. And get a bet flop. Get a fold, that's right. Call and Queen Jack here. So if the against guy's bet bigger on the flop, I reckon he's more weighted to value. Just because of people often when they're deeper forget to bet size up with their bluffs. Obviously just call him once here. It's not a great spot. I think we do need to continue again though. Obviously just check on this river. Not great when his ace king gets he's not gonna have many bluffs on this river because people don't construct their bluff range well enough. So we just fold him. We squeeze this king queen. This guy calls. Could check. Can just shove. I think I am just gonna shove. Don't want him checking around. And we also 3-bet this 7-2 suited. Nice, and we hold. Cool. 3-bet 10-16. So that was a nice spot. I'm gonna bet this flop sometimes, and this is a good combo to do so with. When he calls, we're just gonna barrel. And fold him. And on this river, you'll get him to fold a lot of his 7x and 6s to 2s, which he should be calling, but that overfolds. On this river, so he's got queens. Persuasion was persuasive. Marginal bet range by. Gonna check and call river bets. Obviously, that's a nice river. Just gonna call. Could raise, but I don't think people raise call wide enough there. Bet call. Bish, yeah, bish. Obviously, this guy had what, king queen. It's fairly well played by him. Your mind. Dollar sign. Yeah, bish. Never knew. A holly berry, a holly blue. Ace 10. We're gonna 3-bet, 4-bet sometimes, and this is one of those times. Moves forever. I'm gonna call the Ace Queen. Yeah. Uh. And fold versus shove, obviously. That's a happy. That's a happy. Homies. Foreign versus this Meganet. Raising, steering, folding. Three bet ace shark. A little bit bigger because we're deeper. Harley berry. A Harley blue. Just happy. See bet range. Oh. Gonna steal this, isn't it? Calling once. No way. No way. And check down. And I'm gonna call rivers. Very nice run out. 10-9, 7-5. All is flush draws. See Missy value, but it's incredibly thin. I've got to give my credit to him. Got two sets of kings here. Mergy. And we get 3-bet with the kings. 15. Gonna 3-bet about 21 with this deep. And we also get called by this geezer. Gonna bet small on the flop. No way, bitch. And we get raised. What's gonna raise here? 10s, 9s, 10s, 9s, ace queen, ace jack. Queen jack. We obviously block a lot of his flush draws. Ace king, perhaps. Ace queen. What does he have for bluffs? Queen jack, ace x. So he's probably got. Are 10s, 9s raising often? I'm not sure it's close. Let's say he's got like 3 combos of them. We've got good equity versus them. And he's only got like 3 flushes. So, and you can have a lot of flush draws like ace king, ace queen, perhaps ace queen off might not be in his range, but I think we just get it in. We've got enough equity because we've got flush draw versus 10s and 9s, and we've got obviously 10s. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Yeah, I think we just have to call. We got 25% equity against him. We're obviously smashing any bluffs. Um, Flushes were obviously dead, but he doesn't have many of them, and I think we're doing alright against them. So it's marginal call, and it might be losing versus some players, but I don't mind it. This guy is going to run into a lot of flushes if he's raising this all the time. And also his check range is going to get destroyed. That's assuming he's raising all his flushes as well, like. Yeah. The only problem is I block a lot of his ace king there. It seems pretty marginal. So I don't mind the call, I don't mind the fold. I'm gonna 3-bet the 7-8. I'm gonna call this sometimes, I'm gonna 4-bet this sometimes. Just calling flop. Pretty poor turn for me, given that well, for my range is actually quite good, but in this actual dynamic, he's gonna have less bluffs there. I think we get to value bet this. Obviously, we lose to ace king sometimes, but we also beat all his queen x, all his ace 5 sort of hands. And he folds. So we flop a flush here. Check call in flop. I mean check call in pre. But we are going to check call flop as well. We've got aces in top left. And just going to bet river. Let's go defense 4-7. Fair enough. Yeah. Like a 3-bet ice cream. Walk it like a socket. Yeah. Walk it like a fun ace turn. Fun versus the format. Can fold the jack 6. Walk it like a socket. Chilling king 6 versus nits. Can do. Gang moves. Chain loop. Same moves. 3-bet the 9-10. And fold like queen 2. And he calls. C-bet and flop range. Gonna barrel a lot as well. Obviously on this turn we're gonna be barreling. At least face 10. king queen, king jack. It's not actually the greatest, but um, it's actually close to a check, I reckon. But we get queen jack, ace queen, uh, king 10, king 9. But people call too tight in the small blind here, so it's harder to get value. So it's close to a check. Then compared to versus higher stakes where people call wider. Hold you, hold it. This guy 2x pots here. I mean, we're gonna have 7x. We're gonna have aces. We'll probably have some jacks here as well. So we can easily fold that. We have some flush draws as well that we can call with. Walk it like a talk it. Walk it like a talk it. 1 3s. If that was first, that might have been a mistake actually. Walk it like a talk it. Checking range on monotone boards. And going crazy versus checks. Walk it like a talk it. Walk it like a talk it. Fold. Oh, no, yeah, the queen. Walk it like a talk it. Walk it like a talk it. Gonna call the 7-8 actually, sorry. Probably gonna float once here. People a lot one and done a lot, and it's pretty close to a float anyways. Versus third versus bigger, just gonna fold. 33%. As I said, I'll float here. People like king queen, queen 10. Obviously, that is not the greatest turn. And fold them, obviously. We've got a lot of good turns there with the backdoor flush draw and backdoor. You can open head straight door. Talk it. Walk it. Checking a7 up. Unless we get docked into. And this is the guy who called a 3-bet with 10 suited. 10-6 suited, sorry. I'm gonna bet 10 check river, I think. Chuck it out. I mean, batting range it. I'm gonna check call twice. You don't need the world be no more. Can't go. Obviously, really nice river. And this guy checks back. What does check back? 8s. Probably you're right, I guess. And this guy. What have I got? Do not bluff. Tempted to 4-bet this. I mean, obviously a really small sample, but 15, 17. Let's go 19. Get some value. He shoves on. We're probably just gonna fold. Obviously not the best flop, but we're in position, which is quite nice. Just a bet small here. We'll do that with everything in our range. No need to sort of rush to get it in. New check min races. We've got enough outs to call out. If there's a check raise, And then a check, we're just going to check back, hopefully reach showdown, realise the equity. And hopefully just check. Ace king, fair enough. Feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. I'm going to 3-bet the 9-9. And we 3-bet the ace king. In top left, get called. Get led into. I'm going to call once, I think. I think we get in position, we sort of realise equity enough. We're gonna fold here versus this guy. Obviously a bit of a weaker player, let's say. Table 3, we 3-bet this guy geezer. We're gonna bet some all on the flop. Could also check. You know, this guy is gonna play very cautious on turns as this guy. I don't think he's got much AX, so when he calls, he's often got like 10s plus. And this guy gonna nice. I think this is gonna be a cool once and fold. Can bluff with hearts here. Probably not gonna go too crazy with like ace queen or whatever, ace king. So, and I think a lot of people go up with hearts on the river. Whereas you can be evaluating jacks plus a lot of the time, so happy to fold that. Obviously that doesn't mean we're folding like almost our entire range there, but I think he's not calling wide enough on the flop to have enough turn bluffs, turn river bluffs, and I don't think people bluff generally enough in spots in general, and maybe that spot too. I'm gonna check raise this one sometimes, but calling this time. And obviously a nice turn for our range. Gonna fold here though, don't have enough equity to call. Gonna call once here, it's a bit close. And king jack. Let's check. Actually, could have bet that sometimes. But I'm gonna go polar on this board and fold in turn. Check about the 6-7, hopefully. And he has 8s. Affairs, mate. Affairs. Calling 8s here. Not loving it though. Although loving it when we really flop a set. Oh. I think, although I don't like raising because it looks super strong, I think we are just going to want to raise. Lots of bad turns and blah. Such as that one. Obviously he's got king 10 now. Jack 10. But I think we just need to carry on value bet him. Especially this guy, when he pots flop, he's normally tends to be a weaker player. Obviously that's not even that's not a good river either, but it's still definitely good enough to value bet versus a fishier player. Pretend to think about it. And back at him. Lose to 9s, kings as well. Fair enough. It's not the best run out, but we still get value. Still need to value bet river. And just checking down the kings, the 10-7. Very passively played jack high. And 3-bet and the ace queen. Just call the ace king suited here. 3-bet the ace queen. Back the one the flop. Gonna check raise queen jack occasionally, not this time, and call in the ace king. Nice turn with the ace king. Obviously just calling out. No value bet that. Just calling the ace king. Yeah, 9-6 suited. We've also value bet turn one check here. We're value betting river and calling ace king here. Lose to ace 5. I mean that's pretty poor turn sizing from him because he could probably stack me if you bet bigger. So we probably lost at least there. Gonna 3-bet. Am I gonna 3-bet this after time? No, I'm gonna call. Was here for a bit today, subtitled. No reason to nothing. You can see it back on. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Super tired, no reason. Yeah, that's fair enough. I've actually enjoyed it, you know. Even just sort of talking to yourself. As much as I do that, it's sort of almost therapeutic, you know. It helps you think through strategies. You right? How you doing? Been a very lonely stream. Right, it's been alright. I don't think we actually have much showdown with the 7-8 here, so we're just gonna bet again. I don't think we really want to overbet that turn, given that we don't have any sets. And betting big with the ace queen. So left we go. And we get 3-bet with the kings. Just gonna 4-bet 2.5x. It's 2.6 ace. I'm not expecting to get 5-bet too much, but get a little value obviously. Folds. No more. Gonna fold the king 10 here. I don't think they're using that size with a wide enough range to call that. It's probably a marginal call anyways. A 3-bet the ace 5. And we flop a set with the queen. Have 5s. No. Wait. From the ace 5 versus the 4-bet. Kind of. It's a nitty fold with ace queen, but I think a lot of the time we're dominated versus these sort of nitty players. Gonna call the ace jack versus raise. A little bit marginal. Versus in practice, in theory, it's I think a fine call. Pass that. Wait, what time zone is Canada? It can only be like 5 hours before, can't it? You're up to something Big last night. How's 10 and L going? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so. And I think we're going to call her. Can 3 bet. Um, okay, well, I'm just going to fold now. Okay, so it's just going to fold. You know, 3 bet the 5-6 suit. Gonna flat the 9s here. Get the 5-4 suited 3 bet 3. They're gonna start uploading these highlights to YouTube, just trying to get more content on there as well. Just sort of fill it out, you know. Squeeze in the Kunkin suit. Obviously folding that. And when this guy calls, it's interesting. Gonna bet a bit bigger just to try, we're deeper, and also just to try fold out those Queen Jack suited. They might be tempted to float when we use a smaller sizing. Also, it's a really good board for a range as well. So when they check raise, no idea what he's doing that with, but getting out of the way. Checking the 8s. It ain't nothing. This guy checks down. Oh, God, love it. Oh, God, love it. Just fought an ace jack here versus a 3 bet. Call in here, fold in here, fold. Flatten the 9s. Gonna check. Call the turn. Bomb in the flop here. Pretty terrible run out for the ace jack. Checking back here. Get a fold. We lose to 7s. Fine. Loop played by him. 9s. We get set on the river, but Jack X gets there, and is turned, flush draws. He can bluff some ace X, but I don't think the pool is aggro enough to bluff ace X non-draw hands on the turn. So I'm gonna fold. We've got Jack X flushes that we can call down with. 3 bet on the 7-6 suit. A. check it back. Gonna go pole here, and 5-4 suit is a hand that we check. Checking the 7-6 suit on the turn. Gonna carry on checking the 5-4 suit. Get a call. Nice. I think it's a bit of a marginal call, but not too badly played. We 3-bet the 7 suited and check back turn. Oh, times like that. Mad trips like that. Think we need to bluff with the 7-6 suit here. Fold out those 7s. Obviously, it's not great blocking the 7s to 2s, but it's bottom of our range. Fold out those ace queen, ace 10 hands. Obviously, blocking 7s, 6s isn't ideal, but there's not many hands that we sort of check turn. Maybe king queen. I think this is just so low down in our range that we sort of have to bluff it. Oops. Fold. Fold. I think people probably overfold that spot. I don't know, it's probably time. But we get the fold, very nice. No, it's too late. And then you know we've been up and down before. I mean, cold called the 10s. Gonna call the flop. Fold in turn. We can be alright. We can be alright, team. Gonna call Queen Jack versus a 3-bet. Decent flop for us. Call and flop. Probably call in turn and forward and river. As always, people under bluff. Triple barrel. Even turn's pretty close. But it's a bit assumptive, like when it shoves. Is he shoving ace king here? That's sort of a question you've got to ask yourself. I think a lot of people check down the flop. I'm gonna get out of the way. I'll call ace queen here. But I don't think people go crazy now. So, fair enough. I don't think that's a board people normally can go crazy on. So, I'm okay with folding it. And as well, first of that size, and me can easily fold jacks, 10s, and probably our worst queen X. So, I think it's okay. It's cool. Shit. Bet big on this flop. Gonna barrel this turn with the ace straight. Okay, turn. We have an open-ended straight draw and flush draw, so just gonna carry a bet on. Bluffed 8-6 here, folding out 10s to 6s. It's 5x. On this river, in the 10-8, which we triple barreled. Get led into, just gonna call, no need to raise really. 3 betting the 10 king 5. I think he didn't. It's not the worst played hand by a fish, to be honest. 3 betting the ace jack. Hip, bop, hip, trap. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Fold in, fold in, fold in, fold, 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 fold. Boo boo. See betting range, as always. Check back. And gonna value bet river. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Hear me now. No. Just gonna call this. Could raise sometimes, but not too bad. Squeezing the ace jack. On the queen jack, I just this guy overbets turn. I have a lot of flushes here, but so ace 8 is fine, cool, and probably fold on the river. See bet ace jack. On the queen jack, it was a squeezed pre-flop, I think. I check called flop after a sort of small bet, like it was third pot bet. Just gonna fold the ace 8 versus another O bet. We've got loads of things to call with. On the jack 7, we can check shove this sometimes. I think this time, actually no, we can't check shove this. I'm just gonna carry on value bet. I hope I didn't fold something good there. Just gonna carry on value bet. Just say I miss flop. We have enough queen x big bluff, and it can benefit you bet official will open a straight door, but it can only be opens and do that much. Well, he might just do that with his aces kings as well. Like you can get lots of value there. But queen jack is definitely the sort of more marginal part of my range, so I'm happy folding that. Ace queen, I think you can value bet ace queen there, so I think that's close to a call. Queen jack 10, jack 10 off. I mean, 3 bet this quickly. Ooh, ooh. The 10-8 suited I often check back on the turn. What are your thoughts on that? I just think this one I'm going to fold. I think we're going to fold some things, and as well, raising the pot when we have that much equity, we can easily we don't need to fold out much, and also building a pot with that much equity, like if we river a flush or whatever straight card it was, it's nice to have a bigger pot. So I'm gonna call the king queen versus a 2x. Yeah, just building the pot and also whatever folds we can get. So I'd definitely bluff turn with that. Other flush draws might be a bit closer, but I'd still probably bluff them. We get led into the a7. I might raise sometimes, but call this time. Also check back a lot, 2 bet there, so can call river bets on. I can't remember what hand that is. Are you talking about the gonna raise the ace 7-0? 3 betting this 7-8. Oh yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Checking back a lot of 2 pairs there. You're talking about the 10-8 suit hands. Maybe, I'm not really sure. I can't remember the exact board. I just remember having lot of equity, so my sort of thought process was bet. Alright, this guy led into us. Bet turn I raised, and I'm betting again. And he folds. Three bet sometimes, but folding this time. ISO a limp here, and just gonna go crazy. Just gonna bet, I think. There was also a queen hand you missed earlier where we were like 250 big blinds deep. He 4-bet massive, bet flop, shove turn. I folded. I called flop and folded turn. It's quite marginal, but I think it's probably just about right. Nice flop the 6-4. Gonna overbet the turn in table 4. And we 3-bet the king queen against 2 flat as this guy flatted. Just gonna bet. Calling 3-bet with the ace jack suited. Just betting. Getting value. Obviously scared of 9s and 8s, but can call with a lot. This guy's tanking over the overbet. Big decision. Now this guy check raised 8-8 in a 4-bet pot or something, so I'm not gonna bluff him. And he's got a lot of ace king here, so just gonna check. 3-bet the 7-4 suited, betting this on the flop. Could also check. Check, it's close. And this guy checks down. Jacks. 10s. Fairs. I think there's a lot of ace jack there, so we can't really value bet. Betting this flop, but don't really love it. I think we're never gonna get a fold on this one. On turns, similar situation. I don't think we get many folds. I think ace king's probably calling down a lot, so not much incentive to bluff. Might probably double barrel in my ace x. May actually bluff rivers. Obviously folding once we get bet into. We called a 3-bet with 7-7 in it. I think we got float versus third in position. The check back comment was good at 10-8 suited, yeah. Oh, okay, so you check back 10-8 suited and it's a board I want to have flush draws and rivers good hand. Hands I want to check. Checking back the 7s. From the ace-3. Gonna go polar on this flop. Gonna bet this. Sometimes just checking down the 7s. Versus king 10. That is interesting. Probably overly passive there. We've got kings in the bottom right. 200 big blinds deep. I'll just talk about this things in a second. 3-bet king 10 off. Small blind feet under the gun. Queen 4-2. 2-4. Bet check on passive side. 3-bet the 9s. We get fold with the kings. It's unfortunate. 3-bet and the ace queen. Fold and the queen. I mean that's closest deep, but I'm not that comfortable. Chip and coming around like there's a lot of pressure on the door. It's a lot of space. That's right. So you bet the flop with 9-7. Well, I have flush draws on the river. Is when you say flush draws, is that to, as in like just gonna fold this versus almost like 4x? No, not 4x, but over 3x. 3-bet versus a nitty guy. Lovely river in hand 1, table 1. Is that to like so you have flushes on rivers? Because I think you achieve the same thing by checking back what maybe some king 9, king 8 or something hands. I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna call this one. I think he's got a lot of king queen 8-7 there that I lose to. Exactly. Point proven. We flat this pretty, I think. Yeah. But squeeze, kids have to hit the jack. Yeah, exactly. Now you know how I feel, eh? Gonna bet range in a paired ace X flop. Just gonna call here. Don't really like raise in that spot. Yeah. Is that to have flushes on the river? Is that your sort of thinking, or so you can have bluffs? I think that's generally a spot, like especially on that turn, that you're not gonna have like many bluffs at all. So, I don't know. Got 207 million first. Oh, 260 big blind. So it was literally that deep. Christ, that's well, yeah. You know how I feel now. Oh, I'll take that again right now though. Get raised here. Just gonna fold. Spot where I might shove. What's it called? Queen 10 there. Some sort of gut shot. I might shove sometimes to sort of disincentivize them raising any two versus me. As this guy donks out, gonna call once. Not really liking it there. Too much, too much, too much, too much. This guy is mental. Called 3 bets in position. Jack 10 off. Gonna 3-bet this, I think. It's not profitable to really call versus 4x, so don't we want to be doing that? Almost want to play a sort of 3-bet fold versus a 4x here. We're just gonna 3-bet small, give him room to 4-bet, and also 3-bet in the 10 out. Decent flop. It's one of those spots where you're not sure how fishy he is, whether you want to triple barrel or not. Just gonna bet small and see what happens. He folds. Queen 2 off. So. How are you doing at 10 now? Is it going alright? Obviously, I presume it's going alright. The thing is the sort of variance kills you. Like, you obviously beating 10 an hour when others already beat 10 an hour, but I could probably play there for like a month and be break even, just because of the variance. And value bet in the 10x. We could also check raise. That'd be an interesting line. But again, I don't think people value bet wide enough. I guess. Well, maybe he might value bet 5-5 there. Probably would. Check raise would be nice actually. 3-bet in the 5-4 suited. And aces. Nice. Folded once it gets. It was low. It was good. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't lag when I've got ace, king, and aces. Go on 4-bet me, I dare ya. Dare ya. We're gonna get 2 files, aren't we? We've got queens now. Fold. Gonna value bet river with king queen. Nice. And ISO in big. Go on shove pal. Ace jack. Fair enough. Gonna start off with a check, I think. Can also bet, but I let this guy spaz off a little bit. Obviously, that's a horrific turn. 10% check bets because I want freshers on the river. I can't really imagine any flop cool hands. Folded, but I say king improves. Yeah, I don't expect many turn folds. It's sort of like maybe they call Jack X there, some Ace Jack, Jack 9, that sort of thing. Or even like maybe Queen 9, Queen X might fold, given that also I'll be perceived, incorrectly perceived to have less bluffs on that turn. So I think they could fold Queen X a lot there. But it's sort of just like I've got so much equity I can just bet, and any folds are like a sort of extra bonus. I don't know, it's probably too passive. I don't know, the thing is like from their point of view, you're not gonna have many bluffs, right? So they'll probably overfold. So when you do have bluffs, you probably want to bluff them. So obviously their overfolding is wrong. Yeah. Nightmares. Tossed it. Really tempted to call her. I am gonna call. Fairs. Gonna have about this turn. It's not the best to bluff on because they have a lot of A6 that flows flots flop. But got the fold. Fold and the 7 serve has a short stack. Memories. It's pretty better than the 6-5. Nice flop with the Jack 6. As well as you can just set one. You do nothing else. Yeah, exactly. I think it's very easy to win at that stake. It's just like you're just generally gonna get a lot of variance. Like, however good you are, you're gonna have 5 buy and losing sessions sometimes, or be break even for like a week. It just can happen, you know. It's sort of just remembering you're a decent player, aren't you? But like anybody could win 10-0 really with a sort of half understanding of sort of just general sort of procedure where you sort of bet your best hands, check your worst ones, bet your high equity ones. You'd be able to profit, I'm pretty sure. Calling A6, folding A8. Just gonna grab myself some more water quickly. I'm just gonna check this for a check call. Alright, one sec. Alright, bye. Yeah. Quite like that actually. Alright, let me. Is that kind of bored at micros and oh! Damn it. It's kind of bored. Yeah, definitely. Everyone's gonna have that course felt like that now. I'm thinking like a micro. But I think that's the reason why you've got a bet turn, because if they're calling out on the river and you get there with like a 9 or an ace, like they'll call king queen there on the river, so I think that's even better reason to bet there. That's why I like 10 for now. Bit of self doubt to now. Yeah, it's a bit sort of boring, isn't it? I guess. Seem to be finding it. I need to be at 2 and also yeah, I'm at 6. Oh, nice. Not worried. Yeah, it's quite a good win rate. But it's not. But it's not. No. You're sort of, especially at that win rate, you're very likely to be winning. It's more just like when I say it's not a big sample, it's just sort of like just like put into perspective that if you're break even, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a losing or not very good player. Like it can just be variance. So, because of it, flat hair. On this turn, I'm just gonna check at this point. We have tank that long. Could be a good turn to barrel on. I don't think they've got many. I don't really like this bluff in this run out either that wide. I don't think they float too wide of the flop versus that sizing. Tens stuff have a fairly easy call. I think I would have liked to see a bluff turn, although I don't think they've got much jack X, so barreling is quite nice. Gonna call king queen. They're just a composite sample maybe. Especially when I did it. I think one of the most important things to know if you're a good player is sort of like talk to others. And then, oh, this is close, man. We need double barrels. Just gonna fold, I think. Yeah, if you know in a certain spot, like you see players making repeated errors, so like I guess overfolded you can't really see, but maybe betting on a board that they should never bet on, or using a funny sizing, or tank calling a specific hand or something, and that's the sort of best way to know you've got an edge, you know. And like maybe comparing that with like another player or like a solver or something that can confirm that's a error on their point and not you thinking it's an error and it actually being correct. I think it's been a very mediocre session so far. If that queen queen hand didn't happen, I'd probably be an extra 100 big blinds up. Well, obviously would be. Just need some run good, man. Whenever I play, it seems to either be 100 or 0, you know? You're either absolutely crushing it or getting nowhere. betting range bigger here. I'll just call this 3-bet as well. It's more 3-bet. Two fold there. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I think I'm still up like 4 or 5 big blinds maybe. With 4-bet sometimes, but that's unknown. I'm reluctant to. Gonna check this one. Checking some flush draws. We get flush draw here. Yeah, up like a few buy-ins, but we get a flush here. But it's pretty. Since initially moving up, it's been pretty sideways. So, which is alright. Pretty trash run out. I think I am just gonna call though. Oh my god. That's thin value bet. It's close to a cool. Make a nitty fold. I'm not sure about rake at these stakes, so. But I don't know if it's just me running bad or like it's actually true, but it seems to be less fishy since that like run good. It's probably me just running bad. Like having to fold versus those shoves that like spaz shoves that I'd like have a set before. Calling twice here. I hope it sucks back King Queen. 10-7. What on earth is that turn back, man? No, it's not awful, but I mean his turn range is gonna be destroyed. I just would have like more momentum on moving up, but I'm getting decent volume. Like this sort of 5 days or whatever I took off streaming. Got good volume in, so. King 6. Fold. 4s. Cool. Let me get quads. Very nice. Very nice. How to play this? I think I'm gonna raise this. We want to do a fair amount of raising on this flop. Probably raise a bit smaller, I guess. I'd probably raise this half the time and fold this up and call this half the time. We've also got kings here. That would have bet. This might be the change. This might be the change of the run good. We raise 6, 7, 7, 8, ace 3, some ace 5, 8. We can't let them bet half pot for free. Bottom right, oh my, that's a disgusting spot. That guy folds. Fair enough. Five. I mean, he's got. Okay, so we lose to fives, basically. That's what he's saying. I reckon he's got about five combos or whatever. He needs to have about three bluffs for us to call. Because obviously, I don't think he always says 5-5, and he's also going to have maybe 4-5 suited there sometimes, 6-5 suited maybe. But he needs about three combos of bluffs or worse value. I'm gonna call. It's pretty marginal, but I think I'm gonna call 7-8. There we go. Very nice. Probably should put it out on the big screen, but yeah, nice. Folding here, fold, checking here, folding here, see back here. And this guy had, I think this guy just the fours folded guy, didn't he? What was the run good? I guess your run good start was on a weekend. He's saying I should stream. Well, I'm not doing this Sunday then. You run good. Well, to be fair, I think my run good started on a stream. If that's a sort of sign. Um, I might stream. I sort of need to get in the rhythm of it, and I don't know. Need to be in the right mood. Sometimes I'm tired. I'm on the watch something on the side. You get me? Um, we just see bet this for big sizing. Bet this time. Bet and check this sometimes. Got a three bet with ace jack here. I think ace jack suited back to flush draw is just about a float. Gonna double barrel the jack 10. If only run good work like that, when you can sort of know when. Oh yeah, I run good on Saturdays. Be ideal. Not gonna triple barrel versus an ace x heavy range, and I don't know if this guy's a wow, which he obviously is. Versus that, I think we're gonna try to get ace king to fold. Obviously, having an X isn't great. I think he's got too much ace queen to bluff there. Obviously, we reach showdown versus ace X sometimes as well. But we don't have anything worse in our range. That's the bottom of our range ace chat there. So perhaps like a 2 or a 4 is like a better position to bluff because ace they got more ace queen, you know, or more so that the ace queen aren't snap calls on the river. Jack 4, I'm gonna call twice. Go on, check, mate. Check. I should have folded a 9-3. And the 18, can I fold? Just seem can't to make the other three tables go off 100 big blinds, you know. This one's on 330. And when they're 100, that typically means you've lost on these tables. So, it's probably not been a great session. But, it's alright. Not much you could have done. Really. Just gotta be disciplined. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I guess there are more fish on the weekend. Fridays are massive. Yeah, I could do big sesh late on Friday. Hopefully, just that's when you need to run good because then you also get the momentum and then you can you play more and it's like such a better vibe when you are running good. Three bet in the jacks here. We also check called ace queen are gonna raise this flop versus the third. Versus undergun, he's never bluffing here, so we don't want to call. And obviously a jack comes on the flop. Gonna check back the ace queen. Got call three bet queen goes in. Good the word. Gonna value bet this river with the ace queen. And he calls queen jack. Ace seven. It's bold. Gonna three bet as well. Have you seen your chest gone up? Because money used to be 12,000 and now there's suddenly 120,000. And like I think everyone's has because of this like promo, which is just mental. Like what's the point of a promo when they make the requirements even bigger, like hardly a promo. Just see. Now I like playing deep because like you get fish who cold call Jack and then back shove it all in against your king kings. I can't be bothered. Oh, it's the crap. I've been on one table. Sorry. I can't be asked to bluff with the ace five. Although it was probably a good turn to bluff on, to be fair. I think I mean, this guy just looks fishy. I can't be bothered. Baby. Gonna bet. Gonna check. Um, yeah, I don't know about that spot. The sort of just was unknown, and I didn't really want to go crazy. Obviously, call and turn here. Forward him. Come on, give me a couple big blinds. Oh, I'm gonna play till 20 past, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Papa. Good up. Over bet this turn. Nice. Get the fold. My baby. Baby. Awesome. Darling in a dream. And obviously folding twos here. Calling here. Calling here. It's interesting with the queen five. When he bets twice that size in. Then we're gonna have better hands, king X, pairs. To call down with some fun with fold 'em. Gonna fold the eights here, it's an awkward spot. Your chest is 120k, yeah I know, crazy. 120k, mental. It was 12k yesterday. Or the day before that. Gonna call the 10 chat time. Nice. And betting big with my range champ. Mine's true that, yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, I was just going through them because I've been playing like most days and getting good volume in. Good barrel this, but yeah, check back. Horrible river. Hopefully check back in sixes. Yeah, nice. Look at that for mind reading. Would squeeze this, but with this guy shorter, just gonna flat. Yeah, but I got 25 quid from it the other day, and I've got like a K in star coins, so I can use it. Do you ever do the tournaments or whatever? I registered them, and like I realized it just wasn't worth it. They're like probably worth $1 or something, and you'd have to play it properly to get that dollar if that makes sense. So. Yeah, exactly. It's mental, isn't it? 130,000 points at 50 an hour. Like, even getting 12,000 points was like impossible. Um, but 120,000, I mean, that's literally gonna take me like 2 weeks to get. I mean, I'm already like the sixth away there, maybe a week. But yeah, it's just mental. I hope you can get some big hands before I call it a day. Set in a 3-bit pot. Very nice. Size up a little bit because we're a little bit deeper. Still betting range. And then fold. Of course. That's right. I'm sad. I'm sad. Bitch, please. Jet. 3-bet on the queen. King, queen. Gonna check ace, jack out. And bet turns. And rivers. And get the fold. See, bet this flop. Gonna check turn. Easy bluff river. Stupid stuff, but they're not worth it. What's stupid stuff, but not worth it? I can't even remember what I'm talking about, man. We talk about chess. No. Oh god. Gonna 3-bet this. Call a 3-bet into tens. Call and flop. And obviously an unreal term. Basically, you actually play a triple. You're 3 times. Oh, this is the tickets. Just C-bet range here. Sorry. Call in this term. No, what the basic visa? Just triple it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, that's quite a nice river, but doesn't really change that much. And these bluffs, fair enough, mate. That's a good bluff like that. That's a nice buy him. Yeah, those tournaments just aren't worth it, really. Not worth the time compared to like 100 now or what 50 an hour, whatever. Even probably 10 an hour, it's not worth it. With flop a set, table 3. Toilet. Gonna fight about that. Check off. 1v1. Gonna raise. 18 seems about right. Just obviously you have to raise and see what happens. Nice turn. Don't want people to check back. So just gonna carry on foul button. And I don't know what Star's caption is. I've got oh shit, that should go. Well, that is pretty poor. This is that run good that I was asking for. Shoved up there. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I haven't used. I have Star's Helper, and it makes it really good because like you see like when I raise in, it's got all the sizes ready for me. Like here, I could. Well, I hasn't got my raise sizes in, but I'm gonna raise this one then. Like it's got my 3-bet size automatic, so it saves a lot of time when you're 4-tabling. And like you can do the same for turns and rivers and blah blah blah. So I could say Stars Help is pretty good, and you get this randomization, or these are my pot odds, and this is the bet size. Just gonna check back the Ace Queen on the turn. But yeah, I've got Stars Help and it's pretty good. Like I rate it. Not a great river the Ace Queen after we check raise flop. Just hoping for a check. Nice King Queen. Oh, mind reader. Oh, I don't think it showed. King Queen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Stars Help is good. That's what I've got, and it saves a lot of time. Good if you want to get volume in as well. I don't know. I've never even heard of Stars Caption or whatever that is. What is that about? Was very nice. That's the second one up to 300 big blinds. Now we just need these two, eh? You know how shit goes. I think a lot of his 9x bets flop, so there's not much room to check raise. You know how shit goes. Got no very passive. This might be a fold versus short stack, but when I've got a note saying very passive means I can steal a lot on on turns, so Volden versus a guy seems to be a little bit nitty, I think. Gonna 3-bet this. Yeah, just need these two to get up to 300 big blinds and make it good. Ace 8 seems close. Could be a foul. Could fall by this, but the guy doesn't seem to be too active. A few different software does that. Do this here. I have a 3-month. Yeah, as I said, I've used Stars Helper and it's done the job for me, but I never really compared them. I had it for a few years, so I didn't even know there are other competitions, so the others might be bad, I don't know. But Stars Helper's done the job for me, really. Yeah, yeah, the bet sizes is good because you can like you get all different bet sizes automatic for every position, so it saves a lot of time in game. And as well, like if you wanna do more over betting or whatever, making your turn size, that's rough. Making your turn size like overbet automatically sort of conditions you to look to overbet more or whatever you want to do. Lovely turn with the jacks. Don't expect to get much action though. Just gonna bet. I don't expect to get much action to be honest. Yeah. I'm gonna play one more big hand and then I'm gonna call it a day. Been up for 3 hours exactly now, so been on for quite a lot of time as well. Trying to get into a bit more of a routine pattern. I bet this sometimes, not all the time. Aces, could this be the big hand? 300 big blinds deep. Not normally great for aces, but like ring, 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 ring. Check calls king 7 on the flop and checks it down. That's interesting. Also got kings. This could be big. With two fishes. Gonna 3-bet a little bit smaller. Might actually 3-bet to 12. With them a bit shorter. And also, I've got kings. And normally we'd go thirds, but I think in these positions we just want to bet back. 26, 52. That should get us in on the turn. Go on, mate. Give it a call. Shove it in, son. Fold. Nothing. Gonna call. Gonna 3-bet actually. Just ISO the weaker player. Ice flop with the flush draw. And he folds. Alright, either half past or next big part. That's the requisites for me calling it a day. Gonna bet it. I mean 10-8. I'm just gonna fold. I think I'm just gonna call and get it in if I get flop anything. I've flop fives here. 10-9 here. I'm gonna check raise sometimes. I think probably want to check. I'm just gonna bet this like 4. Fold, call the fives once. Give up river. Check call river. Cheers the stream. Cheers, mate. Queen 7. No. Ace 9. Let's say Queen 7. Obviously, it doesn't have that. No, 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 no. And good luck at 10 and L if you're playing that later. Diving. Got kings here. Go on, give it a donk. I'm just gonna go crazy. We've also got Jackson's three bet pop. C bet and flop and big. Alright. We're gonna stab 8-6 here. Maybe C2 jacks. Pretty trash turn for us here. This deep, we've just got to check a lot. Get the 6-4 suited bluff through. You there? He's gonna have a lot of queen jack, king queen, jack 10, ace 4, ace 5 hands that I can bluff with. We're gonna check call our ace kings, our ace queens, our 8s to 2s. He bluffs with that king queen. I think that's alright. Fairly decently played, but nothing crazy. 400 big blinds here. Naughty. Queen 9. It's gonna be a fold. 4 bet king 9 now. Come on, one big hand. One big hand. Do you have kings in the bottom left? Oh, we got 2 sets of kings. And you're gonna call a 3. Oh, sorry. Calling the queen jack there. Not a great flop for the kings there. 3 betting the kings here. Might attack turns with the queen jack if checked. Just check calling. Wow, it's a bit of an anti-climax. Just gonna call here. I think we want to check raise perhaps are slightly better. Flush draws. Call again. I think here when he bets turn he's polarizing to 10x plus. Maybe some jack. Oh, that's a really nice river for us, but I think he's so polarized that we can't donk. Jack, yeah. As I said. Interesting how he checks that river. I think he should probably bet that river versus the ball. If like 30 minutes plan have a stream call. Well, thanks for tuning in. Gonna overfold here. I think people don't bluff enough here. Like his ace 10, ace queen, a lot of his ace x bluffs pair up. Don't even both this any patience distraction keep in my head. Yeah, exactly. Gonna fold the a7 and bet the queen 5 here. Fold an ace queen versus it. Yo, I think when I stream, it's a bit more intensive than like just chill. I could 4-bet. Actually, I'm gonna 4-bet this. I think just a little bit deeper. Versus a really small 3-bet. What to say? Yeah, I quite like watching a stream in the bottom left. So that's like what I did when I wasn't streaming. Just bet small with ace queen, ace king. Hoping just to reach turn. Check back. And I think we're just gonna hope chat now. Sup, man. Right, mate. I'm just about to head off, unfortunately, but think I'll be on tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Hopefully just checking down this ace king. See better flop with the 4s, although you can't see that. Versus a bet, it's tough. Does he have a weird float? 23% of the time, does he float king queen? Queen 10? I think so. I think we probably win enough fourth of time. Queen's Jack X. It's a really close spot. I think I would have found eights. Fair enough. Good value bet. I think that's a really close spot. I don't mind either way. It's sort of hard when you have no stats on someone and he's sort of done a min 3 bet. Really nice spot here with the kings. I'm gonna sit out next big blind. Get a 3 bet to 20. Can't really do much. I'm never gonna have a bluff when 3 betting this guy. Obviously, just call him. Queens, that's quite unlucky. Get that. Oh, brutal. You do it. Yeah, so I'll be on tomorrow, I think, at like 7, if you wanna tune in again. But thanks for tuning in. It's been a decent stream. We sort of ran mediocre, I think. But I've been up for 3 hours, so if you wanna check out my YouTube, I uploaded a video the other day reviewing one of my friends' video, and you can upload yours as well if you're interested in getting it reviewed. I'm gonna overbet the turn now. Tens, nice. Yeah, I'm looking for more people to send in like 10 to 15-minute video of them playing. So if you're interested, please hit me up on Discord or Twitch or whatever. Not a great flopper. 10, no. That was a horrible run out. I don't even know what I'm doing. Closer to the 120,000 chest. And let's see what today is saying. Yeah, pretty all over. Was that today? Yeah, pretty all over the place. Got up, down, up. Just as I thought. Sort of month we had stagnant, run good, and then back to stagnant. But overall, we're if I go bottom row, oh no, if I go this one, no, this one. So we're 50 now. We're running at 5 big blinds per, all in just 100, and same as the other one, which is all decent really. And good hands, good volume or whatever. But yeah, hopefully we can get a bit better. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Drop a follow if you haven't already. And I'll be on tomorrow at 7 British time, UK time. So yeah, thanks. See you later.